So welcome everyone to this week's yoga practice, and we are exploring in our body circles. So as human beings, we walk in straight lines on flat roads. We have the idea that we have a career path, that we go from A to B, but life isn't like that, of course. We're always constantly going back to where we started. So that's what we will be exploring in our body. And for anyone with arthritic joints, circles are really good for the joints. So that's kind of where we'll be exploring today. So let us sit up really nice and tall. Flex your feet. If you can and you're comfortable, sit in a cross-legged seat. If that's not comfortable for you, perhaps you can sit in a chair or anything else that serves you. No particular props needed today, but it is always good to have a couple of yoga bricks or books. I always call them clever books, things like dictionaries or thesauruses, just in case you feel a little bit wobbly when we balance. So let's begin with one hand to your heart. And we're going to take a mudra today called Chin Mudra, which is a little circle. So taking your thumb and your index finger together and lay that palm down on the opposite knee. And as you close your eyes, just let that hand resting on your heart remind you why you're here today. We're not here. We didn't get out of bed this morning to practice yoga to get our foot behind our ear, I hope. It's to connect with yourself. So taking a full deep breath in through the nose. Pause at the top and then sigh that breath out. And right now, just observe all the thoughts that are cycling through you. Often we have the same thought looping round and round again. So just notice that. What are you stepping onto your yoga mat with this morning? What's the main headline? Yoga gives us this opportunity to step back from all that, even if it's just for this hour as you make this mat your desert island. So take 2 more full deep breaths. Just notice whatever thoughts might be cycling through. And you might keep your hand at your heart, just a little reminder or a gesture of love towards yourself, or take your other hand in Chin Mudra. So just rest both, and we'll have the palms down for this one. We're going to imagine our breath is like a circle now. As you breathe in, visualize the breath begins at the base of your spine, and it's circling all the way up the spine to the top of the head. As you breathe out, it's circling from the top of the head back down to the base of the spine. In front of you, and just do that. Imagine your breath just circling around your body. Breathing in, the breath goes up. Breathing out, the breath comes down. And keep the heart lifted, keep the shoulders back, and just do that 2 more times. And now rest the hands normally on the palm as we begin circles in the body. So we're going to come into what we call Sufi Grind. So we just breathe in as we come forward. As we exhale, we ease out into the side ribs. And circles are really soothing for the body. The planets orbit the sun. Nature goes in circles and cycles, but we kind of lose touch with all that in our linear world. Let's just change the direction of those circles and cycles now. So they're coming into the opposite direction. This is really good if you have any back issues. And now let these spirals get smaller and smaller till you come to what you consider to be your center. And as you get to your center, slowing it all down now, just like nature, it's an encouragement to slow down. Come really tall and take 1 more of those circle breaths, breathing in from the base of the spine to the crown. Visualize the breath from the crown all the way in front of you. Back round to the base of the spine. And let's take the arms up now. We're just going to circle the wrists, just circle the wrists. And now start to bring those fingertips to the shoulders as we circle the elbows. So circling the joints keeps them oiled. And now let's take those arms out wide and just tip to the left as the right arm comes up and over, and then circle it in front of you and back round again. So easing into the shoulders. Try and slow these circles down. And now let that right arm just rest over your ear, and can you lengthen from the right ear to the right ring finger as you slightly turn your heart towards the sky. Close your eyes, have a soft bend in that right elbow, and breathe all the way down to the right waist. And then breathe your way back up as the right hand comes down, how the left arm comes up and over. And again, we're circling. So don't worry what it looks like. Circles are fluid, they're flowy. So traditional yoga is often very linear and rigid. We're just trying to get energy that's flowing and circular. And just pause now, extend from the left waist to the left fingers, reach your heart towards the sky and breathe into the left waist. And slowly lift up and roll the shoulders back. So we're going to come onto all fours now. Make sure there's lots of padding for your knees. And at some point, we're going to circle around the mat, which might make us really frustrated, but that's the point. Because life is all about going around in circles, and sometimes it's things that we never learn, but of course we always do. So let's come forward now into a circle, shoulders over wrists, and then take the bum back to the heels. So these can be big circles, little circles, just loosening up the back. And then just as we did in a seating position, can you change the direction of your circles? And this is often what throws us. And now can you take an infinity loop of a figure of 8? So circling, crossing the waist, just swaying your hips out. And close your eyes, maybe move the neck a little bit freely too. Just feel how this feels in the body. And then let's come to what we call a neutral spine. So we lift the belly up and we're going to take that right knee behind you, lengthen the leg behind you, spread the toes, lift the heart and just start to circle your ankle. So try and keep your legs still, just isolate the joints. This is how we get them nice and fluid, especially if we have arthritic joints. Now let's bend the right knee, lift that foot up and slowly, without tipping to the left, can you circle the knee out to the side? So this is quite a strong sensation going on in the glutes and the hips. Notice if you're gritting your teeth, just keep it all soft. And then we're going to take that right foot to the outside of the right hand. So this might be, if you have your bricks, where you need to make your arms a little longer and take your hands up onto something. Otherwise, come to the front of the mat with your fingertips and just circle that hip joint. And in the morning, our hips are a lot tighter. So again, we're just keeping them nice and mobile. And now walk your hands back a little bit. We're going to sweep the arms up to the sky. Inhale. And from the waist to the fingertips, lift the heart as you lengthen. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to twist towards that right knee. So take your arms out wide. And as you inhale, you're going to come back up again. So just gentle twist. Exhale, open the arms wide. Inhale, fingers come back up again. Final time, exhale, fingers are wide. Lift the heart, lift the chest. And now take your left hand down to the ground and the right arm up for a twist. This time we're going to circle the wrist. So just looking up to the right thumb. And then take the hand down. And then just take that right leg behind you. So from here, our options are a more linear cat and cow. You breathe in, you drop the heart. As you breathe out, press the floor away, pull the tummy in. So this is your first option, or you might choose to come into your downward facing dog. So choose wisely. Our energy goes in circles too. Sometimes we're exhausted, sometimes we're energized. In downward dog, bend your knees as you press the heart towards your thighs, and then just start pedaling out. So remember, there's no good or bad choice in yoga. We're listening to the body. Make the arms long, take the gaze between your feet. And then come into stillness, press the floor away as you lift your thighs and just take 2 deep circular breaths. Base of the spine to the crown of the head. Crown of the head down the front body. And do that one more time. And then let's drop down to the knees. So spread your fingers wide, make sure every little, like you've got jazz hands, almost like you're making a handprint into the mat. Breathe in as that left leg goes back. Pull the tummy in, circle the left ankle. So when we add strength work, we tend to tip. So really draw everything into the center as you bend your left knee and then slowly circle that knee out to the side. So we don't really want to be tipping off balance to the right. So just notice that. And then extend and step that foot to the outside of the left hand. So remember, you have bricks or books if need be, or you come forward and start to circle. Notice the shoulders, make sure they're not tensing up by the ears. And now press into that left foot as you sweep the arms up to the sky. Reach tall now, rise the chest, the heart. Take a deep breath in. And matching movement with the cycles of your breath, as you exhale, you bend towards that, open your arms towards the left knee. Breathing in, the arms come back up again. 2 more of those. And next time the arms are wide, we take the right hand down, we gaze to the left wrist and we circle it around. So just how is the body starting to feel now? We're oiling it a little bit. Left hand comes down, yogi's choice now, back to all fours. Or maybe there's a downward facing dog for you today. And just bend the knees now and just do little bounces in the joints. Just get everything moving. Shake out the head, do a big circle in the neck. And then from down dog or all fours, we're going to make our way towards the front of the mat. So you might roll up or you might walk forward. So watch your forward folds. They can really yank your back. So have your knees ever so lightly bent. Left hand is either going to come in front of you or maybe again it comes onto a book or a brick. And as you bend that left knee, gaze forward now and take your right thumb in front of you. As the right thumb's in front of you, just take your right hip back, take a breath there, and then slowly follow the gaze. Look at your right thumb as you slowly circle it around. And let the word be slowly, because we're really getting into our shoulders and our hamstrings. One more time, breathing in, look forward. If your neck allows, look up. And then all the way down, really nice. Pause at the bottom, let the head be heavy. Now let's do side 2. So bend your right knee, breathing in, left arm comes forward. Take your left hip crease back and then gaze at your beautiful left thumb as you circle it around. And one more of those, circling the joints. And then come to your forward fold. Let the head be weighty and heavy, press into your feet. Breathe into the whole body now. And with a little bend in the knees, we're going to circle the arms up and out to the side as we come in what we call mountain pose. Take the hands to the heart. So we're going to come into a variation of sun salutations now. So if you're new, notice as we go around in circles, it might be frustrating, but gradually things start to make sense. So we're going to step out with our right leg and in with our right leg to begin with. We're also going to add a twist. So breathing in, arms lift up. With your breath, exhale, come to a fold. Breathe into a flat back. And as you step down, step your right leg back. So we're in a lunge now. The right leg knee is lifted. Press into your right hand and breathe in as you lift that left arm to the sky. With your breath, exhale, left hand comes down. Press back to downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths. So our first cycle is slow. We're going to add momentum as it becomes more familiar. Breathe forward now, come to the top of a push-up. Press your heels back, lift your heart. Lower the knees, and as you breathe out, slowly come to the ground. Keep those elbows hugged in. Press into the toenails, breathing in, lift up your heart, cobra. Exhale back. And then with a soft bend in the knees, we come back to downward facing dog. That's 1/2 cycle. Take a breath. Exhale, full breath out. Breathe in, right leg rises. Exhale, right foot comes forward between the hands. Press your left hand down and breathe in as you lift your right arm up to the sky, coming back into that twist. Exhale, hand comes down, left leg steps in. Breathe into a flat back. Exhale to fold. Little bend in the knees. Breathe in as you circle the arms up. So that was quite slow motion. We're going to now speed it up on this next half cycle. So breathing in, arms lift. Breathing out, forward fold. Breathe in halfway. Breathe out, left leg steps back. Press into the left hand. Breathe in, right arm rises up into your twist. Exhale, right hand down, downward facing dog. If you're tired today and your natural cycle requires rest, stay here. Otherwise, let's come through another vinyasa. Breathe your way forward. Pause. Lower the body down. You might add the knees, you might lift them this time. Breathing in, curling up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing into your downward facing dog. Exhale, full breath out. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left foot steps between the hands. Right hand presses down, breathing in, left arm lifts. Exhale, step back foot in to meet the front foot. Breathing in, flat back. Exhale to fold. Little bend in the knees, sweep the arms all the way up to stand. Hands come to heart center. And just pause there, close your eyes. Feel everything that's cycling through right now. So we're going to change this up a little bit now, make it a little bit more confusing as we travel around the mat in a half circle. And the point is, it doesn't matter if we make mistakes because that's how we learn. So let's turn it upside down a little bit. And I'm absolutely hopeless at this. I always get muddled, so fingers crossed I won't. Breathing in, arms lift up. Exhale, we come to a forward fold. Breathe into a flat back. This time, step back to downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide, press into the hands. Bring the toes together now, and as you breathe in, lift up your right leg. So remember, you can do this from all fours. Now let's bend the right knee, and we're going to do really big circles with our hips. Actually, they don't have to be really big, do them as you wish. So we're going to take 3 circles. Try not to tip to the left. Extend that right leg behind you now and spread the toes and step the foot between the hands. Can you now come back into that easy twist? So the left hand comes down, right arm rises up, take a breath. And as you exhale, take the right hand down, drop your left heel, and let's come into warrior 2. In warrior 2, take a breath. And then reverse your warrior. Left hand comes to left thigh. Reach into your right fingers as you bend into the right knee. So again, we're going slow to begin with, and we'll speed it up. Now come forward. Take the right arm in front of you as if you're holding a butterfly in the palm. Now sweep the left arm up and over. Pause there, take a full breath. So this is strong for our core. Now look down to the floor and take a half, fingers to the ground. We're going to come to the back of the mat. We're still in warrior 2. Breathing in, arms come out, warrior 2. Exhale, tilt back, right palm to right thigh, left arm lifts. And just as we've just done, take the left arm in front of you and hover, take the right arm in front. Take a breath. Breathe your way back up, lift your right heel. So we're facing the back of the mat now, and we're coming back into that easy twist. Reach the left arm up to the sky, take a breath. And now take the hands down as you come back to downward facing dog. So we've gone a half circle. And from this downward facing dog, breathing in as you come forward. Exhale, lower the body. Breathing in, lift into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And see how it feels to have gone a half circle, to be somewhere else. So let's repeat that, and hopefully we'll end up back to the front of the mat. So breathe in, left leg rises. Exhale, step it between the hands. Press into the right hand, lift the left arm up, easy twist. Exhale, left hand comes down, drop your back heel. We're coming back into warrior 2. So familiar territory now. Breathing in, reverse your warrior. Exhale, float the left arm forward and then the right arm on top, almost like you're holding a beach ball. Press into the feet, take a full breath in. And then swoop the arms in front of you. And yay, we've made it to the front of the mat. Breathe in, grow tall. And now warrior 2. Reverse your warrior, breathe in. Exhale, right arm in front, left arm comes up and over. Take a breath. And now facing the front of the mat, once again, we're going to take that easy twist. Left hand down, right arm lifts. Take a breath. Right hand comes down, downward facing dog. So remember, you can do this on all fours. So well done for following that. Well done if you got lost. Breathe in, let's come forward. Exhale, lower down. Breathing in, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths. And another. And then gaze between the hands. You might walk there, or you might do a little hop this time. Breathing into a flat back. Exhale to fold. And with a little bend in the knees, let's sweep the arms all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. So again, we're going to do that again, but with the opposite leg, but speeding it up a little bit. So as we come to stand tall, press the fingers together. Breathing in, arms lift up. Exhale, come to a fold. Inhale, halfway. Step back with your non-dominant leg to downward facing dog. And just pause as you bend the knees. Press your heart towards your thighs. Take a breath. Breathing in, left leg rises. Breathing out, left foot between the hands. Right hand comes down. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, come straight up to warrior two. So speeding it up a little bit more now. Breathe in, let's come back to reverse warrior. Left arm floats forward, right arm comes on top. Reach into the fingers as you press into the right heel. And then swoop the circles forward. Back to the back of the mat, breathing into a high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in as you reverse your warrior. And as you breathe out, right arm forward, left arm comes in front again, like you're holding a beach ball. Take a breath. Breathe your way back up. Lift your back heel. Once again, we're in easy twist at the back of the mat. Lift that right arm. Hand comes down either side of the front foot. Come back into downward facing dog. Same thing again. Let's come forward. Inhale to a plank. Lowering the body. Breathe your way back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. We've made it. We've come round in the right direction. Let's do this one more time. Breathing in, left leg rises. Exhale, take it between the hands. Right hand down. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, left arm down. Drop the back heel. Warrior two. So now familiar, this is our fourth cycle of warrior two. Reverse your warrior as you come back. Inhale. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm on top, and reach into both sets of fingers. And then once again, sweep your way forward. Inhale to your high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Breathe in as you tilt back. Right arm comes forward, left arm floats up and over two. Deep, deep breath. Breathe your way back up. Come into your high lunge, inhale. And as you exhale, take that easy twist and reach into your right fingers. Exhale, right hand comes down, downward facing dog. So we're all going to meet in child's pose. You might choose to go straight there, or you might come through a vinyasa. So breathe your way forward into a plank. Lower the body. Breathing in as you lift up. And as you exhale, we come back to child's pose. And just take a moment there now to settle. And in your child's pose, you might just want to circle out your wrists a little bit, because down dog can be quite heavy on the wrists. So you stay there just as I get up to talk clearer. So just notice again everything that's cycling through you. What are your dominant thoughts? Are there strong sensations from somewhere? Emotions? Energy. When we take yoga, we step back from all the distractions and can really tune into our body's natural cycles and rhythms. And then we can lovingly attend to them. So just noticing right now what is cycling through you. And take 3 full deep breaths, bringing you back to your center. And then very slowly, let's make our way back into downward facing dog. And as we pause here, I just realized I did miss out a little circle of the hip. So we'll just lift that left leg up as you inhale. Bend the left knee and circle the hip all the way around. And then take that left foot down, gaze between the hands and do a little hop or a walk to the top, breathing into a flat back. Exhale to fold. Soft bend in the knees, sweep the arms all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. So we've done our circling around the mat today. Let's keep it more straightforward now. Breathing in, arms lift up. Exhale, come to a fold. Breathe in, flat back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just pause to make handprints and footprints into the earth. And once again, find your center, pull the tummy in as you lift your right leg and bend the right knee. Do those really big circles or little ones. These circles can go right knee to right inner elbow, to left inner elbow, all the way back again. See if you can really smooth them out. And as the right leg back comes back this time, gaze forward, take the right foot between the hands. One more easy twist. We're so familiar with these now. Let that right arm lift up. So this is going to be more challenging. Can you really pull the tummy in now? We're going to come up to an open arm twist. So use your tummy. And now we're going to tip back, taking right hand to the back leg and reach and extend into the left arm. Deep, deep breath. Let's see if we can come back down and up again. So we know what's coming. Breathing in, right arm lifts. We come back to easy twist. Inhale, lift back up again. So not so easy. Final time. Exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, right arm lifts. And now extend into the left arm. Take a deep breath as you lengthen the left side body. And this time we're going to add a deeper twist. Can you take your left elbow across and then take your hands to prayer? And if you need to, drop your back knee. If the back knee is lifted or not, press your lower hand into the top hand as you turn to look over your right shoulder. Take 2 deep breaths. And now come up, we're back into that high lunge. Sweep the arms up to the sky. And we're going to come forward now and circle the arms around. So exhale, come forward. Inhale, arms come behind you and back up again. Do that 2 more times, just really getting into the shoulders. 1 more time. And this time, as we lift the arms up, we're going to take what we call goddess pose, or also known as horse stance. So I'm facing you, stay there where you are. We're going to turn the back heel in, so we're into a really big squat. And then glide yourself down into a squat. And just find the right one for you that doesn't take your breath away. And just do little pulses. And when you find a place that you can sustain, so it means you're not pulling a face that would scare a small child, just soften the face, get into this squat, and then sweep your arms out really wide. Take your right arm on top of your left. Option 1 to give yourself a hug. Option 2, backs of palms together or palms. So taking eagle. Lift those forearms now. And just tuck your chin as you breathe into the back of the heart. Sink deeper, maybe make this next breath deeper. We're going to take 3 circles as slow as you can to the left. So we're circling from the waist and above. Your fingers might skirt the floor, or they might be nowhere near. Again, honour your natural rhythms, your natural cycles. And slowly come up. Sweep the arms up now all the way to the sky as you inhale. Exhale like a coffee percolator. Ground the energy to the center. 1 more time. Inhale, circle up and round. Exhale, bring it down. And then come up to stand. Turn your right foot forward. We're going to come into triangle pose. As the right foot comes forward, press into both feet. Take your left hip back and lean as far forward as you can. Make sure you're pressing into that left heel before you take the right hand down. And as you pull the tummy in, we're going to gaze up to that left thumb and reach into your left fingers. And then we're going to do 3 revolutions here to the back. So exhale, left hand comes to the waist, sweeps its way in front of you and opens back up. Do 2 more of those. The slower you go, then you really get this feedback from the body. Final time. And pause as you lift the arm. Widen the collarbones now. Lift the chest. Press into your feet. 2 full deep breaths. Look down to your right foot and breathe your way back up to triangle. Take the hands down. So you're going to take the hands to the hip now and just slightly hop your left foot to the left. So we're now going to come into a twisted triangle, but first of all, we come into a pose called pyramid. So hold on to your hips, make sure they're both pressing forward and lift the heart. Take a full breath. As you exhale, come halfway only and make sure the weight is evenly on both feet. Take a deep, deep breath. And then gradually you might decide to fold. Again, you might want fingertip tips or bricks, or maybe to the floor. And just soften the shoulders, soften the face, take a breath. Now press into the feet very slowly. Come all the way up. So you might wish now to have a brick or a book underneath your left shoulder. If you're more familiar with this pose, it might be to the outside edge of the right foot. We'll keep it under the shoulder to begin with. Hold on to your hips, press into both feet. Breathe in, take the arms up. As you exhale, pull your tummy in and open your arms towards the right. So it's like we start in triangle, but the opposite way. Inhale, tip yourself back. Exhale, left hand comes down to the book or the floor underneath your left shoulder. Now press into your feet and come back up again. Breathing in. Nice and slow. Exhale, come back. Final time, breathing in. And this time we stay. So that left hand, again, if you're more familiar with the pose, it might come across your body to the little toe side of the foot, or keep it nice and gentle underneath your shoulder. Gaze to that right thumb, take a deep breath in. And just as we've just done in the other triangle, circle the arm behind you, in front of you, and back up. What's going on in the shoulders? Now watch that back foot because it really wants to lift up. Final time, and this time we keep the arm in the air. So as the right arm lifts, we press into the feet and we breathe. Breathing in, lift yourself up. Sweep your arm up to the sky, inhale. And now bend your right knees, we come into warrior one. Hold on to the palms touch maybe, lift the heart, lift the chest, take a full breath into the upper body. Inhale, straighten up. Let's come through another cycle of a vinyasa. So pressing into downward facing dog. Remember, you can miss these off. Breathe your way forward. Lower yourself down. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. So here we are again. Down dog is like cycling round and round we come. Every time it's different. Notice anything that might have changed in your body. Maybe the thoughts, the emotions. Let everything cycle through in its own course. Breathe in, left leg rises. Bend the left knee. And then you decide those circles and cycles. Are they little ones, big ones? Just circle the hips. Extend that left leg behind you. Spread the toes. Bring the foot between the hands. So now the really familiar easy twist. Breathe in, left arm lifts. The not so easy, lifting up and coming back. Left hand to the thigh, right arm rises. Exhale, easy twist. Inhale, lift up. So we really need to use our feet and pull the tummy in for this. Final time, right hand comes down. This time, left arm lifts, and just pause here, lengthening from the right waist to the right fingers. Know that it's okay to grab onto your sofa or chair or anything you need to keep your balance. Inhale, lift back up. So the arms are wide here. You might stay with this variety of twist or bring the elbow across the midline of the body. Press right hand into left as you twist. Can you lengthen the right waist as you look over your left shoulder? Take 2 full breaths. Keep that back leg strong and long as you lift up the back of the knee. Breathe your way into that high lunge. Once again, we're going to take those circles. So come forward, circle the arms back. Come forward, circle the arms back. One more of those. And now we come into goddess or horse. So just decide what you are today, a horse or a goddess. And let's sink down. I guess you could be both, a horse goddess. Let's ease your way in and out, just noticing what's going on. So we can really overdo it sometimes. So again, honor the cycles. We want to breathe, but be sufficiently challenged. And as we come down there, take those arms out really wide. Inhale. Exhale, left arm comes on top. Same as side one, you might give yourself a little hug. You might bring your palms together, or the backs of the palms, and drop down deep now. Lift those forearms, tuck the chin, take 3 deep breaths. And now let's circle to the right. So 3 revolutions in total. They might be huge ones, they might be small ones. As you come back, pause there, unravel the arms and turn the feet to face the front of the mat. Left foot forward, right foot slightly turned out to 5 past 12. And for triangle, we often have a slightly shorter stance, so shorten the stance. So your hips are facing the long ends of your mat. The arms come up, but your gaze is forward. Right hip back, lengthen yourself forward. Left hand down, right arm lifts. Draw the belly in now as you reach into those right fingertips. So this time our 3 circles will be forward. So breathing in, right arm over ear. Slowly circle around the body. And you might look at your thumb, follow it with the neck. 3 consciously slow circles. Next time that right arm rises, stay there, draw your belly in and take 2 full cycles of breath. Look down to the left foot, breathe your way back up again. So hold on to the hips, and again, we're hopping. The right foot is slightly out to the side. So if there is a, what's it called, metaphor or whatever, the hips are facing forwards, as if there are headlamps on your hips, as if the feet are on train tracks. So breathe in, grow tall. Exhale, pull the tummy in, pause halfway. Check that the weight is evenly in both feet. And then we come to fold. So feel the feet, soften the shoulders, and take 3 deep breaths in this hamstring stretch. And just notice if the shoulders are lifting up towards the ears. Can you soften there? Press into the feet, breathing in as you come back. So by now you'll know from side one if you need a break or a book under your right shoulder. Otherwise, breathe in, arms lift up. Exhale, arms come out wide as you look to the left. Excuse me. Exhale, right fingers down. Inhale, press into the feet as you lift up and take the left hand behind you. 2 more of those with your cycles of breath. And the next time we come, we take the right hand and we keep it there, or we take it across the midline of the body. Lift that left arm to the sky and slowly again, left arm comes over the ear, circles its way towards the ground and lifts back up again. 2 more of those. And then we keep that arm up. We pull the tummy in now, rotate the heart and chest towards the sky and take 2 deep breaths, checking that that back foot is really firm to the earth. So every time we cycle through these poses, we learn, we adjust, we change. Final vinyasa now, that left hand comes down, step your legs back. So you might again choose to stay in downward facing dog or cycle through one more flow. Breathe your way forward, lower the body down, breathe the heart up. Exhale, downward facing dog, and take 3 full deep breaths. Gaze towards the fingertips, soft bend in the knees, step or hop the feet towards the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Little bend in the knees, circle the arms all the way up to stand. Exhale, take your hands to your heart. And just pause here just for a moment. Notice all the energy that's circling through. And we're just going to come into a little balance. We're going to come into dancer pose today. Spread the toes of your right foot, press into the big toe, the little toe and heel, and then just lift up your left knee in front of you and circle the left ankle. Now take that leg behind you and hold on to the left ankle. Draw your belly in and let's take that mudra again. Take your thumb and index finger together as you raise the arm to the sky. So this might be where you stay today, stretching your quadricep, or you might have a little bend in the right knee as you come forward. And as you come forward, the heart stays lifted. We press the foot into the hand and deepen the breath. And the dancer is symbolic of the dance of the universe, how everything cycles. We get destruction, we get rebirth, destruction, rebirth. 2 more breaths here. And gently come up and take their feet to the ground. Pause. Notice the energy cycling down that right arm. And just come back to mellowing out the breath. Press into the left foot this time. Big toe, little toe, center of the heel. Bring the right knee in front and circle. Hold on to the right ankle. So this is a little baby dancer. That's just what we need some days. Take the mudra again, thumb and index finger, raise that left arm. Find your breath. That's always telling you how your nervous system is. Is it calm? Just notice. Then let's come forward. Right foot presses into the hand. Lift the heart, lift the heart, lift the heart. That's what yoga's about, that open heart. Not about incredible hamstrings. So just noticing where our mind might be going. 2 more breaths. And let's come back. Pause there. Hands on hips and just circle the hips now. So you might do figures of 8 again, little infinity loop. Just easing everything out. And come to stand. Pause there. Find your, what we call Tadasana, mountain pose. So press again into the big toes, little toes, center of the heel. One hand to heart, one hand to your tummy. And again, just make this connection with yourself, whatever cycles you're in at the moment. We're always spinning off, but then we come back. Gather yourself inwards again with the next breath. And as you breathe out, let go of everything that's no longer serving you. And let's slowly come down to the ground. So bend the knees, we're going to come down to a seat. And this is where you might want a brick if you have one. If you haven't, don't worry. We're just going to do a teeny tiny bit of core. So with our core balances, we don't want to be rounding in the back. We want the back to lift up. We're not inviting a half circle into the back here. So take the hands either side of your bum, lift your chest, lift your heart, maybe lift the feet. So if your back feels strong today, you might lift the arms. Remember, even our back health goes in cycles. So possibly you lengthen the legs. Check that face. Would it scare somebody? Just notice. And a nice phrase I've heard is pick the face you want as an old person and pull it now. So soften the face, the jaw, take a breath. That's less annoying, isn't it, than being told to smile. And now take the hands to the backs of the knees and slowly, slowly, slowly come down to the ground. Have your knees bent. And as a rough guide, we want our middle fingers to be touching the center of your heel. Shoulders are back, press down, tuck in. And when you're ready, feel your feet pressing into the earth. And very slowly, we're going to ripple up. Breathing in, lower back lifts, mid back lifts, upper back lifts. Breathing out, upper back comes down, mid back, lower back. If that's nice and smooth, we're going to add the arms to like a little half circle. Breathing in, arms sweep up. Reach into the fingers. Exhale. Everything comes back. 3 more of those, please. Make sure your toes aren't lifting up. Often we do. We want to really root into our feet in our back bends. So as we next come up, your option now is to interlace your palms and snuggle them underneath. Or you might take a supported back bend. So just for demonstration, I'm showing you, where you take a brick underneath your lower back. And again, this is all about honouring your cycle. Some days we're full of beans. Some days we need more rest. If you are in the back bend without the brick, you might want to lift and lower. So find your happy place. Just a little bit of back strengthening. And take 4 to 5 more deep breaths. Just watching the cycles of your breath. And then if you have a brick, just slightly lift up your hips, remove whatever it is beneath you, and come slowly, slowly down. And then bring your knees in towards your chest. And just gently rock from side to side. Now keep your feet glued together as we cycle around the hips again. So feet together, press your knees away from you, press into your inner thighs. Now press the knees towards the end of the mat and then circle them back in again. Keep your tummy pulled in, bring knees to chest. So the feet stay together, it's the knees we're circling out. So just really good for, again, easing out hips. And when you've done 3 one way, you're doing 3 the other. So opposite direction, which nearly always throws us. And well done for keeping up with all the changing of directions today. So at first it becomes, first it's really unfamiliar, then of course it becomes familiar. And that's in a way the metaphor for life, isn't it? Now as we come in, let's go into happy baby. We want our bum to stay on the mat. So if you initially hold on to your ankles, bend the knees towards your armpits. Possibly you hold your big toes with your peace fingers, index finger and middle finger, but only if the bum stays down. Tuck your chin and just gently rock. And what does it feel like to bend and straighten the legs here? So find ease and comfort in the body. Come back to happy baby, huge breath. So we're going to do some nice circles for the shoulders now. This is really lovely if we have tense shoulders. Bring the knees together, take them flat, and ever so slightly move your hips about 1 inch to the left, and then take your knees to the right. Our whole body is now going to face the right. So take your right arm flat and wiggle the arm as far in front of you as you can so the right shoulder blade is rested. And take your left palm to the right wrist, sorry. As you breathe in, we're going to circle the left hand all the way behind you, as if you're drawing a circle on the ground, all the way up and over your head. and then out to the side. So this circle is going to really ease the shoulders. As you breathe in, left hand lifts to the sky, comes back to rest on the right wrist. Inhale, take your right thumb, take it all the way up over your head on the ground, all the way around to that half circle. And then you close your arms like a book. And now the final time, circle that thumb all the way up and over. This time we stay, let that left hand come away from you. Maybe you look at your left thumb and can you soften both of the shoulder blades down towards the earth? And with the eyes closed, take 4 deep breaths into the left side body. And now on this final breath, let it be a releasing breath. So breathe in through the nose. Exhale. Pull the tummy in, bring your knees to center. So just take a moment to realign your spine, which means the knee and nose are in the same line, basically. Hips a little bit to the right, and we're lying on the left. Wiggle that left arm in front of you as much as you can, and let the right arm sit on top of the wrist. So you know what's coming now. Breathe in with your right thumb, do a big circle. Sorry, half circle, isn't it? Exhale, close the palm. Close the arms like a big clamshell. 2 more of those. Can you feel what's going on in the shoulders? We're trying to get into that feeling state, not thinking. And the next time that right arm is out, we stay there, breathing into the right side body. Keep the arms open wide. And let this final breath be a releasing breath out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Come back to center. And as we come back to center, just before we rest, we're going to lift up our arms and our legs. Cover your thumbs with your fingertips. So making a little fist. Have a little bend in the knees. And circle out your joints. And if you do have arthritic joints, it's just good to do this throughout the day. Just circling. So in the warm, it's kind of less painful. In the cold, we need to mobilize the joints a little bit more. And then shake it all out. Slowly, slowly come down to rest. So I'm going to sit up to read you a poem, but I invite you to stay here now. So tuck the chin, palms a little bit away from the hips, palms face up. Close your eyes. And let go of any structure on the breath now. Just observe the breath's natural cycles. And this is a poem really which I guess touches on the theme of the practice today about circles. Because although we pretend that we live in a straight line, of course we never do. And this is called Autobiography in 5 Short Chapters by Portia Nelson. Chapter 1, I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I am lost. I am helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. Chapter 2, I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It still takes a long time to get out. Chapter 3, I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It's my fault. I get out immediately. Chapter 4, I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. Chapter 5, I walk down another street. If only my lessons had come in 5 chapters, but never mind. I'm still making the same mistakes I did 40 years ago. Let's close our eyes now. Let's soften, let's settle. And once again, just observe the headlines. What dominant thoughts are looping through? What are your dominant sensations emotionally, physically? And just hold space for everything. Welcome it in. We know that just like cycles, everything will pass through. And just come back now to focusing on your next breath. As you breathe out, soften the back of the skull, back of the eyes, backs of the shoulders. Release the lower back, the waist. Relax the hips. Feel the thighs, backs of the knees, the calves. Relax the heels. And let the whole body rest now. Get a real sense of restfulness. And just take rest now for the next minute or so. Allowing your breath to find its own natural rhythms and cycles. Breathing in as if your whole body is breathing in. And just bring your awareness back now to the next 3 conscious cycles of breath. And notice all the cycles of life around you. What sounds can you hear right now in your living space, maybe outside the living space? All these little anchors that bring us back to the present moment. And just check into where you are with your cycles at the moment. Sometimes we need more rest, and you might have time to take some now. Otherwise, we might be ready to go back into the rest of our day, maybe with a little bit more energy. So wherever you are, we're going to finish in a comfortable seat. And we'll take one more circle together as we circle our arms up to the sky. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Thank you so much again, as always, to practice with me. Namaste. So just to let you know, I am teaching a couple of retreats in the near future. So if you would like to have poems sent to your email inbox, or like details of retreats and other things that I do, just subscribe to my newsletter. So I'll send out a little link with this film, and it would be really nice to keep in touch that way too. So thank you all so much, and I really look forward to seeing you soon.